So here's the deal. When you boost something, you can, it's cool, right? You can actually pick your area and that kind of thing. But the problem is that you can't do anything with it. You can't do anything with the information that you've received. So it's really important to make sure that once you get that information, then you know what to do with it correctly, okay? So the first thing is you want to set up an ads manager account. All of you should be running your Facebook ads through your ads manager account, all right? Are all of you doing that? Okay. If you are, raise your hand. Okay, good. Very, very good. So that's about 10% of the room.
Are you wanting a kickstart on your business and you want to learn how to be the go-to professional in your industry? Well, guess what? I've got a challenge for you. It's 5 days of coaching. It's brand new. Just go to KristaMashore.com/client conversion. That's KristaMashore.com/client conversion. And you'll get a training with me for 5 straight days that's going to help kickstart you as the go-to professional in your industry. So sign up and I'll see you there.
So the other 90% of you need to make sure that you set up an ads manager account and you start running your campaigns, which you all should be doing through your ads manager account. All right? When you do that, you can actually see the analytics. You can see how many people have looked at your ads. You know, were they women? Were they men? How many times your videos were watched? How many seconds your videos were watched? How many people you reached? And the best thing is that you can retarget them. We'll get that to in a minute. So after you set up your ads manager account, then you're going to want to create a landing page, right? A landing page is something where people go to actually click on. For example, I would like to get a free credit guide. Okay? What's the 3 tips to increase my credit? That would be something called like a landing page where people would land on it and then they would give you their information and it will bring them through a funnel. All right? This funnel gives you their name, their phone number, their contact information. So here's an example. Click here for a free credit repair guide. Now, if you look at this, on this ad right here, you can see that we had, and this is just barely ran, this is actually one of my students. She reached 5,400 people, and she had 7,300 views on her video, okay? Here's another one. This is a good example. This is 207 hours of people watching this video because it was properly distributed through their ads manager account. 207 hours. That is a lot of time somebody seeing your beautiful face and learning about credit, isn't it? 132,000 people viewed this ad because it was properly distributed on social media. Remember, 2.1 billion people are going on Facebook every day. They're there for 51 minutes. So make sure that when you're on social media, you're properly using it. And we're showing you how to do it right here, okay? So on this one, you see that's 206 hours just from one video. Very, very effective. Step 2, make sure that when you use when you create your ad through your ads manager account, that you use captivating photos, that you use captivating copy. What is copy? Copy is wording, right? Are you tired of not being able to, buy a car? Are you tired of not being able to get a new visa? Whatever it might be. Use something that's going to make people want to click, right? Use captivating photos, captivating copy in it. So this right here is an example of an ad with a video, you see, that we ran, and it was during the Super Bowl. So we ran the Mashore Bowl, right? And on it was a funny video where we talked about just things that you should do in selling a house. Something like that you could do with things you should do when trying to repair your credit, or how certain things will help you change your life by properly having your credit score go up. Here's an example, erasing bad credit, right? I think if I saw that, I want to be like, how do I do that? I have bad credit. Okay? Good credit, next exit. These are different, you could use this as a landing page to get someone to want to click on your ad so they're going to see your stuff. Credit repair. If 1 out of 3 people has bad credit, you should be all over social media telling people how you can help them and then targeting them. Okay? 9 tips on credit repair for buying a house. That's awesome. Most everyone needs that, right? So your job when your people are scrolling through Facebook is to get them to stop the scroll. You want them to stop the scroll, right? Because what do we all do? We do this. So your job is to get them to stop the scroll. By seeing something like that, they're going to stop the scroll, right? They're going to stop the scroll. So make sure whatever that your copy that you're using on your ads is going to make them want to stop the scroll. Because Facebook identifies the behavior of the user. When they stop the scroll, guess what Facebook does? It gives them more of what they want, which means they're going to start seeing your ad more and more because Facebook, their algorithm pushes them there. So you want to make sure that you are doing, you're properly distributing your content to get them to stop the scroll. Okay? Here's an example. Is your credit holding you down with one of those captivating photos? Crap credit? I'd put a big crap sign there or something. I mean, I really would. I would do like a poop emoji. Crap credit? I mean, people would be like, what's that? Right? Get them to stop. Step 4, you're going to run an ad to your target audience. Right? This is where the gold comes in. You're going to be able to pick your audience. You're going to say exactly who you want to see this ad. Do you want everyone in your community to see it? Are you going locally? Are you going nationally? In your ad, you can tell Facebook exactly who you want to see it. You can pick your age group, right? I probably wouldn't be going people that are, 16 years old. I'd probably start like maybe 22. I'm not sure whatever age people start having bad credit or want to improve their credit, that's where I'd run my ad. And you can stop at a certain area. Facebook even allows you to pick certain interests, right? Certain interests like buying a home, first-time home buyer. I mean, if you're a credit person, I think a first-time home buyer might want to know how to get better credit. Facebook allows you to target those people. So picking your audience is very, very important. Do you see how you can see it here? Facebook lets you do exactly that. All right? But here's where the sauce comes in. This is the best part about using your ads manager account. Remember, using video properly at the same time is that you can retarget to people. So as you create an ad and somebody does a specific behavior, you can go in there and analyze the data and you can see what they're doing. Meaning you can see this person watched my video for 30 seconds. Or this person, clicked it or shared it, this group of people. And then you can retarget a similar ad to them based upon their behavior. So if you're doing an ad on credit repair and somebody is watching a video or clicking or whatever, you can then tell Facebook, okay, I want you to then now send my next ad to all the people that watched my video for 10 seconds or more. So then they're seeing you again. Does that make sense? This is why it's so much more important not to just boost, because if you boost, there's nothing you can do with the analytics. The gold and the juice is in taking the information that you get from running these ads and then running more ads and retargeting those people. And then what happens is they get pixeled, and everywhere you go, you start showing up, right? And the more that people engage with your ads, the more inexpensive it gets. Facebook starts to see their behavior, and they push more of your credit repair content to them. You're like the credit repair hero, right? You're going to be all over the place. That's the gold about properly using social media. And I'll tell you that most people are using it incorrectly. You can reach the masses, right? So I heard people say, we did a seminar. So what I will say is that I would much rather reach 100,000 people by paying a $100 ad than maybe having 10 or 15 show up to my credit repair, right? And with all due respect for my seminars. Seminars are great, but you could do a virtual online seminar that you then use target market ads to have them sign up for a virtual credit repair webinar, right? So everyone is seeing, and you're being seen by the masses. Then your time is more leveraged, and you're letting people go when it's convenient for them. All done through properly using social media. Okay? Look at this ad. 2,401 post clicks. Do you know what that means? That means that 2,401 people clicked or shared or commented on one ad. Why? Because I'm showing the ads to people that are already interested. That's a lot of people, right? That's how you quickly become the community repair expert in your area. You're going to become the repair leader in your area because you're properly distributing it through the right channels. And if you do it using video, man, it's golden for you. Absolutely golden. Imagine 2,401 people seeing you and what you're offering. Doesn't that sound nice? Like, wow, might be able to get them quickly, right? 25,000 video views. Very, very nice. 132,000 views, 207 hours watched. Again, just with one ad, okay? The nice thing, too, on this is that you can actually see how much money you're spending. You're spending 1 cent to reach somebody, 1 cent. Very, very powerful. You cannot see any of this, nor can you retarget if you're just boosting. And again, if you're just posting on your business page or you're just posting on your Facebook personal page, no one is seeing you because Facebook wants you to pay to play. They want your money, right? They're a business, a really good business. So they want your money. So in order for you to really be seen, you need to properly use your ads manager account. Now, it's not just me doing stuff like this. This is PJ. PJ just recently learned how to do this, and he had 631 minutes of people watching his video. 631 minutes. Somebody using this type of service for less than 3 weeks. So it can work for you too. PJ is no different than you, right? Neither is Josh. Josh is just like you too. But Josh is consistently using video and his ads manager account to show up as the expert authority in his industry. And he is quickly dominating. You can dominate too. Look at Tracy. Tracy is killing it, man. She's a lender. And she's doing the same thing. She now literally has so many appointments booked out with real estate agents based upon target marketing them and showing them what value she can get them. And she's doing it all through these measures. So whether you're selling chapstick, t-shirts, or credit repair, this works. So that is where the gold comes. These little cute little ads. The gold comes in the retargeting, right? The gold comes in the retargeting. Social media is so powerful, and it's at our fingertips. Take advantage of it. And it's so affordable and so inexpensive. So to recap, engagement marketing. Engagement marketing is what the Fortune 500 companies use to run their business, right? It's when you give information and content and value. You are serving, you are not selling. You are answering the questions that people want. You are meeting their needs without them asking you, how do I fix my credit? You're telling them, right? That's engagement marketing. Serve, don't sell. The best way to do it is through video because it gets people to know you, to like you and trust you, and it breaks down barriers. They see you, right? People are afraid right now. They're afraid to ask for help. They're afraid to raise their hand and say, I have crappy credit. They are, because it's embarrassing. But you want to be the person that shows up and says, I can help you. I can make your life better. Just like by utilizing these type of skills, your life can get better very, very quickly. And lastly, you want to properly distribute the video and the information correctly using social media and using the ads manager account. Retargeting is key for you, right? Because when you retarget, you're giving people what they want based upon their behaviors, and Facebook is feeding it to them. Does that make sense? Okay. And here's the deal, everyone. If you're not going to be consistent about it, don't even do it, right? In your business, whether you use this or anything else, I will tell you that the gold is in being consistent. By doing something over and over and being emphatic about being as consistent as possible. That is what's going to help you be successful. So those people that you look at that you think are just doing so well, they're doing well because they were consistent about what they were doing. They made a decision to show up every single day, even when it got hard, even when they didn't want to, and to continue to do it because guess what? It does get hard. You're building a business. You're entrepreneurs. Right? You're all entrepreneurs in this area. And it gets hard, I can imagine. But just keep on going because just as that one young man said, I can imagine that most of you are almost at the tipping point, right? And when it gets hardest, when you're just ready to give up, that's usually when gold's about to strike. It really is. Gold's about to strike. You're 3 feet from gold. So keep on going. And know that everyone in this room that you might think might be doing better business than you or more business than you, it's not because they're better than you. It might be because they've made the choice to be consistent and to keep on moving. Because we all have adversity. It's how you deal with that adversity that gets you where you're going. So you guys want, you can download my free book. All these tactics are in there. And again, I'm now currently writing another book that's just based on entrepreneurs that just teaches people how to properly market and distribute their book. This is an ebook. I would say about 75% of this is all marketing. All the tactics we talked about now are there for you for free. I wanted to give this to you because Keenan and Daniel were so gracious to have me here. And quite frankly, I know this will help you. So I have about 15 minutes left, and I like to be able to answer questions if you guys would like. So it's up to you. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to ask, I'd love to help. Sorry.
Everybody, do us a quick favor and come up just so that we can get the questions on the board and everybody can hear.
And say your name, because I want to be able to say your name back.
Seth Mitchell. Are you using any particular funnel system?
Any what funnel?
Funnel system.
So
yes.
so I use ClickFunnels. I'd also use Entreport through mine. But however, with Facebook, you can actually use their landing pages, which is actually better through Facebook because it doesn't take you off of the system. When you're using Facebook, they prefer for you to use their lead gen landing pages because it doesn't take you out.
Okay,
But
thank you.
I love Entreport and ClickFunnels. I use them both in my business. Thank you for the question. And if I didn't answer it properly, feel free to say, I don't understand.
Hi, my name is Felix Ortiz.
Hi.
Good.
Felix.
Yes. Two questions. Do you talk about in the book about your Facebook's ads and how to run them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And second, on Facebook, where you have your personal account, are you using that attached to your business, or you have a separate one for your business?
So I have my personal account and my business account. Remember, when you're posting on your personal account, it's 80% personal, 20% business. Your business page is 80% business, but 20% personal. But what I do is I post on one of those accounts first, then I go into my ads manager account and pull from one of those posts so that all the numbers show up together. And remember, if you are not running your ads through your ads manager account, whether it's your Facebook page, your personal or your business, less than 3% of people are even seeing it. You have to properly run an ad through your ads manager account. So your first step, all of you need to do when you go home, is open up an ads manager account through Facebook.
So, well, what I have is my personal, and then it let me open a business account. So, are they attached, or is that?
They're not attached, but so you're going to want to do them each separately.
So I would open a new one for my business.
No, you already have a business, right?
Yeah, I have a business next to my personal account.
Then you're good.
Okay.
But again, if you're not running your ads or you showing up, what you're trying to let
Through
people
the
see,
ad manager.
no one's seeing it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the biggest mistake most people make, is that they will run an ad through their business page or through their personal page, but no one's seeing it because Facebook wants your money. Yeah.
Daniel Salazar.
Hello.
Quick question. Is there such thing as overposting?
I believe there is. Absolutely, yes. I mean, people get kind of sick of it. So what I teach people initially when you start doing video is post to your family, post to your friends so you can start feeling more comfortable with it. You would not believe like what I see with my students. When they post, I'm like, don't do that. So they have to learn for a while. So initially, just post just to your friends and family, send them videos and such. And then my recommendation is about one informational video a week, right? So one video a week, you want to get out there and start pumping. If you're doing it every day, it's too much. And when you first start pumping out your material through your ads manager account, you want to use the reach objective, all right? The reach objective is going to have people get to see you like crazy. And then after about a month, you're going to want to start using the video views objective, all right? Initially, when you use the reach, you're just being seen by everyone. It's kind of like, the research shows it takes people about 12 times to want to click on you. Just like 12 calls. And the reason being is because they're afraid that you're not going to continue to show up, that you're not really real. So overposting, absolutely yes. I would recommend once per week.
Jeff Rubens from Lightning Credit Solutions. Thank you for all the info today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
I do have a question. We actually generate a few hundred leads a week off Facebook right now. What do you consider a good click-through rate? Let's say we've got 10,000 people who we know have viewed it. What would you consider a good click-through rate?
People giving you their contact information, name, phone number, address, email, all that?
Right, just click it, yeah.
About 3%, if they're actually giving you their information.
Yeah.
Yeah, about
Okay.
3%.
All right, thank
Is
you.
that about what you're doing?
We're doing a little better than that.
That's good. Awesome.
Okay, thanks.
That's awesome.
Good morning, Krista. I'm Beatrice Paul. Nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Beatrice.
Thanks for coming down and giving us information. I usually post on all social media. I wanted to get your feedback on what you think about hashtags on Facebook.
Yes.
I know that it's probably not visible as much, but I wanted to get your input on it.
Absolutely. Facebook just recently said that they are liking hashtags. So Facebook as well as Google, they like hashtags. So the more hashtags that you can use, the better. Also, the more emojis that you can use, the better. Emojis and hashtags are awesome. You just notice some of these posts you saw a lot of emojis, right? You want to use hashtags and emojis all the time.
Do you go into detail in your ebook on how to use the ad manager?
It doesn't really go into detail
Not to detail.
on all of it. No, it just kind of tells you. But you can Google it. I mean, literally, if you Google will show you how to do step by step, how to do all of this. Google will get you there. And it can be a little hard sometimes, but you can work your way through it. And it's just like anything else. My dad used to hate texting and thought it was the worst thing ever. Now he's like a texting emoji fool. It's just practice. I mean, really, it's like sending text videos. It's like, Dad, enough. But it's just about practice.
Okay.
You know?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking.
Hi, Krista.
Hi.
So you have coaching. Do you coach personally how to do this the right way? Because I don't have time to Google read, learn.
I do.
And then, so I just want somebody to pay somebody to show me how to do it.
If you go to Krista Mashore Coaching, we absolutely do. We coach
Okay.
entrepreneurs in all different fields on how to do this properly.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for asking. Anything else? Don't be shy. You have a question?
What is your take on live video versus just posting a regular video?
So Facebook a while back really heavily promoted live. In fact, they would put it to the top of the feed. They don't so much anymore, but the nice thing about live is that when you do live, your audience can interact with you live. Does that make sense? So they can actually ask questions to you. There's something called Be Live TV. Have you heard of Be Live TV? Use Be Live TV. It's free. And there's a package you can actually purchase, but it's free, and you can actually, people can ask you questions as you're going. So for example, I do a live every Tuesday and Thursday from 9:15 to 9:45, so my audience expects to see me, and then you have more and more people show up, right? And here's the thing, when you first start doing it, no one's gonna show up. And that's okay. But in a month or 2 months or a year, you're going to have people that are showing up because they get more interested. And people are afraid that you're not the real deal. So many people are not consistent about what they're doing. They're afraid to tune in, right? They're afraid to trust you. So as soon as they realize they can, but I mean, you guys could just do so much with credit repair. I mean, you'd probably have huge audiences. And then people can ask you questions when it's live. So live is a wonderful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The only bad thing is if you like totally mess up, you know. But we all mess up. Yes.
With all the clutter, how are they going to find you?
What do you mean?
With all the clutter.
All the clutter. You run a Facebook target market ad. That you use your ads manager account. Use your ads manager account. Oh, like, let me give you an example. And again, I just started coaching, in December. So we launched pretty much in January. And we already have 92 students, and we've made over $256,000 in the past 6 weeks, all from doing exactly what I'm showing you right now. I was in the real estate industry, right? Now I'm coaching real estate agents, and the exact same technique that I'm teaching you is exactly what I'm doing in my my coaching business. So basically what I did was for the first 8 weeks, I just pumped out video content. Free. I ran target market ads to real estate agents across the nation, just giving them information, giving them value, helping them, not asking them for anything. I was serving them, right? I was helping them. And then they start to say, well, this girl's showing up a lot. She actually knows what she's talking about. And then after that, I put them through my book funnel, right? And then I put them through my high-ticket coaching funnel. And now after 4 months, this is not just me. It's happening to people all over the country that are properly doing it. But it does take a little bit of time, and you have to be consistent about it. But it really, really works. Anything else? One more.
Valentina,
Hi,
do you
Valentina.
target your video to just female? Because for me, is when you're talking about, hey ladies, what's going on? Do you do that, or you just make it generic?
I don't. So even in my real estate business, I don't do that because even though 76% are women and the women are the decision maker, I do not do that because you never know. But you can. I mean, it depends on who your avatar is. If your avatar really is females, you can do that and it'll save your budget. Your budget will go longer, right? But for me in my coaching business, I thought my avatar was women, and I was completely wrong. My avatar is men and women almost equal. So, and I learned that, the hard way. I actually paid a branding company like $30,000 to tell me who my avatar was, and they were wrong. So sometimes you just learn from testing. You A/B and test your ads, right? Even just by changing a photo sometimes, your ad can run so much better. And that's the power of using your ads manager account, is you can test and tweak and change. And then your budget will go farther, right? Anything else? Okay, I appreciate your guys' time. Go kick some credit butt. Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Good. So that's a really good question. So when you first start doing video on Facebook through your ads manager account, because Facebook, they don't know what the user experience is or what they want, it takes a little, your budget doesn't last quite as long. But as you start to do it more often and Facebook can see who the audience is, who's interacting with your ads, your budget goes a lot further. I personally do $200 with every video that I run, right? I do $200, and every single informational video that I do, I use $200. Every single home tour that I have, I use $200. And now with my coaching business, I'm spending about $1,000 a day on Facebook ads just for my coaching business. But I see the power of it, right? I mean, that's pretty big numbers, and it's all from properly distributing video and using the ads manager properly. And it takes time and testing. We've made some big mistakes.
Krista?
Yes?
I'm sorry, if you run $1,000 a day, how many views do you think that $1,000 is getting? Not clicks, but just views.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, on my ads manager account, you can actually download something on your Facebook. I can show people you want the break, but you can see like everyone commenting, sharing. It's just constant. I mean, it's like boo. It's just constant. We can't even keep up with it. We can't keep up with it. But again, and it's only been 4 months, huh?
Is there an average number?
Well, with my real estate videos, they're about 100,000 views, right? We average around 200 hours of people watching my real estate videos. But I've been doing that for about 6 years. But this will help you. So with our high-ticket coaching funnel that we're running right now, I have 3 full-time salespeople. They're all booked out 3 days with 8 calls, 8 hours a day. So that's 24 calls a day for 3 days. So that kind of helps, right? And we have about half of them show up because not all of them show up, even though we do all this crazy stuff to get them there. But that kind of gives you an idea of how many are clicking. Yes?
What's your experience cost per lead from B2C side and B2B side?
I'm sorry.
What's the cost per lead?
So it's totally different. So for high-ticket coaching, when we first started, we're at $178 for a lead application for coaching, right? But this is high-ticket, so it's a little bit different. And we got that down to $32 per application to get somebody on the phone. But for you guys and for my real estate business, it's much different. I mean, we are running ads and getting 132,000 people or 120,000 people or 65,000 people that are seeing it, right? And continually engaging because it's not, I'm going nationally. You might just want to go locally and really be like the local credit person. It kind of all depends on what your outcome is. If you want to be like the credit person nationally, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but I believe that if you do it correctly over time, you will absolutely reap the rewards. But make sure you're ABC testing, right? You want to change pictures, change copy, change the call to action. So it's about 1 cent for real estate. 1 cent. Okay?
Tamari Story Harden Credit Pulse. Do you ever pay a third party to manage your in post for you? I know there's companies that are popping up where you can pay for them to post for you weekly. I guess my question is, do you personally do that?
No.
Okay, and then my second question is, do you, if you don't have the time, do you advise us to make that investment?
So I do, but be very careful. So I always encourage everyone to work on your business, not in your business. So I do believe that originally it's important for you to understand how to do it because many companies are not doing it correctly. Here's a really good example. So in my program, we have a real estate Facebook specialist who was being paid $1,000 a month to actually post correctly for real estate agents, and she joined my program because she didn't know how to do it properly. There's a lot of companies out there right now that are Facebook specialists that are trying to take your money. Be very careful. If they're not using the ads manager account, if they're just posting the same thing on your ad they are everyone else, run. And most of them are just boosting.
Hi. So what is your take on the mix of personal and your business? Like for me, I just transferred into this. I was a professional basketball player, so that's why I have the following that I have because,
Awesome.
People believe in me. They always followed me. So with me, switching over to that, people kind of, is Amber the basketball player. So what do you do as far as the mix in personal versus credit, or do I just go posting all credit things?
I would do both. I mean, if you have that huge following, you are just so lucky. If you have that following already, people already kind of trust you, who you are. You can so quickly be seen as the expert, and you'll have the following. It'll be so great for you. I would do both. Do both. If you have a lot, they're all on your personal page. Post on your personal page. Maybe it's usually supposed to be 80-20, which is 20% business. Maybe try it out at first, 70-30, maybe 60-40, but don't do too much because people will get bothered by it. And if you do it business, make it more fun. So for example, in real estate, let's just say, I don't just do real estate videos. I do videos on the best restaurant in town, the best place to take your Valentine. The best place to get the hot dogs. I mean, we've interviewed restaurants, we've interviewed local experts. We do more of that than we do real estate. So I do one market update a month, and the rest are anything about the community. What's fun to do this weekend? Do that, right? Then you're they're seeing you, and then throw in, hey, if you want to know about credit, right? Always kind of throw that at the end, but start interviewing your community. That was the most effective for me, is interviewing my community, being seen, telling people what to do. If you wanted to know anything about my area, they knew that I was the person to go to because I blasted it everywhere. Again, not telling you about real estate. It was about what's great in the area. And I'm up. My time's up. Anybody else? Yes.
We're good.
I really focus on Facebook, but I do something called video repurposing. So I'll take a video, then I'll send it over to Rev to get it transcribed, which means that'll give me all the words for it. Then I take those words, I put them on my blog, then I put that video on YouTube as well. Then I do the long post on video. So there's a whole technique with video called video repurposing, and it just absolutely, I mean, you can do 6 or 7 different marketing techniques just from one video. So video, I know, is kind of scary, but if you utilize it properly and distribute it correctly with all those channels, you're showing up on YouTube one day, then you're on Facebook one day, then you're on Instagram one day, then you're putting it on your blog. And it's a lot of work doing that, but it quickly gets you going because you're just all over the place. Good questions.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Krista.
Hey there, I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.